families of people with serious mental illnesses say they need information to care for their loved ones.
Recently, there have been attempts to help families be more involved in treatments. On October 29, 2015, a Senate committee met to discuss whether the HIPAA confidentiality laws needed to be changed.
Is this a question of providers not interpreting the existing statute correctly, or do we need clarification of what allows a provider to share information with a family?
Their conclusion: the law is not the problem.
There are more flexibilities than many physicians and many people understand.
In most cases, it is not the law stopping families from crucial information, but outdated psychological theories.
Yeah, often parents will bring their child in, they're overwhelmed, they don't know what to do, and they turn the child over to the therapist, over to me, and they go, please, fix my child. And then you take the child into this room behind locked doors, and you talk to that child, but very little is shared with the parents about that. And I think as therapists, we go, well, the sanctity of confidentiality creates this sacred container. I can't share anything with the parents. And then the parents feel disempowered.
Why have therapists valued confidentiality? And why are families uninformed and disconnected from treatments? The answer is as old as psychotherapy.
The history of family blame in psychotherapy is really poisonous. For a long time, people believed that children were born with differences or disabilities as a result of the mother's unexpressed lascivious longings. Later, we got onto a psychoanalytic idea that most of the problems that children had were caused by the behavior or the personalities of their parents. People thought that you were gay because you had an overbearing mother and a passive father. People thought you had autism because you had a refrigerator mother of some kind. People thought that you had schizophrenia because you had a mother who secretly wished that you not exist. And over time, we've come to recognize that those are not accurate descriptions, and that these profound states, autism, gayness, schizophrenia, and many others, are much too big to be caused by what a parent does. Parents, of course, have an effect on their children, and they can sometimes be very helpful, and they can sometimes be very harmful. But the notion of assuming as a starting point that the reason someone has a problem is because of poor parenting has been incredibly poisonous for parents, and incredibly poisonous also for the people directly affected by those conditions, who are left constantly to think, if my mom had been different, if my dad had been different, it wouldn't have turned out this way. It's left them angry, it's left them full of blame. What it has not done is to help anyone to get better.
I blame my mom 100% for my eating disorder. My mom had an eating disorder when she was my age.